Did you open up your bank app again today and realize it still has the same $23 that it did on Friday? Let's just guess that today was Monday. You know why it didn't get done? Could be possible. For me, sometimes it's if I take too many tasks and pile it up because I knew I was supposed to have $200 today. Because next week, I got that usual bill that's piled up, but I piled up five things for me to do, which is actually execute, get things on time, get more hours in, and 3 days out of the week I just felt lazy and just said, fuck it, I'm gonna go to work, and then there's 2 more days I'll put in the hours, and then I'll be able to accumulate that and get it on my check and get it in time. But guess what? I didn't do it. And now it's panicking because now the bills are gonna pop up, and here I am looking for the extra Hail Mary to get this thing done, get these bills paid, because it just piles up in stress. It's already enough that you're already too old to be staying at home. You're already too old to be working at that job, but you're still finding out that the co-workers, new hires and everything else are like 22, 24. Your manager's about to get the promotion and you finding out that he used to be cool with you on your lunch break. He's only 26 years old and you're 35, and here he is. He's about to be your manager. He's about to be your boss. So it eats you up and you go home and you just feel depressed every day and just you don't know what to do, and just still bills not getting paid and everything's just stacking up on you. Like what I used to do back in the day was just actually program my mind, and it was easier for me to focus on one thing at a time, even though I know I was supposed to get 3 to 5 things done. The anxiety goes down for me if I could just complete the one, but a little bit sooner. So instead of trying to crack the code, which is very difficult when you don't have that drive and you don't have the normal habit to just be able to get things done. This happened to everybody before, being still 35 and just being at home, being 40 and having to start over, broken up from that relationship or whatever it is, being that father that now has to provide house, like outside of the house, and you had to reset and you had to move in with a family member, you had to borrow the couch from a friend or whatever it is. That happens to everybody. And no, most people are just feeling embarrassed and they don't want to let other people know that the relationship failed. You're kind of just hiding until somebody asks you because you don't want to have to explain the reason why. And maybe you're a man and you're embarrassed that she kept a car and here you are bumming rides and you're using Uber or you start catching a bus and you don't want nobody to see you. It happens to everybody and it's okay, just as long as you have the drive inside of you to restart and get this thing all over again. You have to want it for yourself. This is your way to rebrand yourself. Rebranding yourself is the new person that's going to get it done today, who's not going to be the loser that your aunt and everybody talk about when they come talk, see your family and everybody, and they want to see is that person still hanging out at home. Of course, Ambulance will kill my video, but you want to be that person that can show them you are different. And you don't have to tell nobody that you're different. You don't have to say it's not gonna be the same this time. This time I'm not gonna live. I had a reset last time. I ended up being at my parents for like 5 years. This time I'm only gonna be here for 6 months. Like, obviously, keep it real with yourself, and you don't want to just be sitting there lying to yourself, knowing it's really gonna take you a year. It's easy, yeah. Maybe try to self motivate yourself and kick yourself in the ass and say, yeah, it's gonna take me 6 months this time. But in reality, it's okay. It's comfortable. Everybody has to reset. Get comfortable with yourself having to reset first. Yes, it's embarrassing. Yes, you're over 30. Yes, you're back home. But everybody has to hit that reset button. Just be that person this time that's going to be confident and knowingly. You're older. You have the experience now. You know what it takes to get it done. You know what it takes to get a girl. You know what it takes to find the right girl. You know what it takes to stay away from that toxic, like, bad habit or those traits that you know that these girls like. At this age, really please stop being a Captain Save-A-Ho. Like the girls that are real, real pretty and, oh my God, she has 4 kids, she's struggling and I'm doing a little bit better than her and I can provide. Like, wipe that out. Like, desperately, desperately try to get yourself together first without trying to fill that hole and feel like you need to save somebody else before saving yourself. And try to make sure you can be an upgrade, a level up of yourself, which was better than 2023. If If you're back there, if I'm talking to you and you're at your parents' house at 2023, this is right here is the reset button. This is time to execute, but don't put all that pressure on yourself. Knock it out one by one, because time is not on your side. It's okay to accept it. And if you can, just let everybody know, yeah, I had to reset the set button, man. I'm back at my mom's house. Sister let me crash on the couch. It is what it is. But I got the good people around me. They're going to surround me right. I got Tommy's going to let me borrow his car for a little while so I can get some money, pay him maybe for renting the car, whatever it is, or slap some money down payment, fix my credit. I know, like, I was with this last relationship, and that's why I had to move it back to my mom's. I couldn't get my own apartment because my credit went to shit. It happens to everybody. It's life. I know everybody's trying to be, like, embarrassed about the whole thing, being an introvert and just staying at home, and like, that's not the key. Like, you will just fall into like a real big, deep hole and trapped where you don't want to leave the house. You go to work feeling embarrassed about your job, and you just come back home and just bury yourself. Like, you can't do that. You're too old to do that. So let's remind yourself, one task at a time. Even though we got to do 5, we got to get a car, we got to get a better job, we got to get a girl, we got to get healthier. Like, let's start off with the best thing for you first is to execute a habit. Get that habit in first of just being consistent. That's the first habit that you want to execute. Knock it out, get it done. And your first habit of consistency would be knock out one task at a time. Get up on time, get to that job. If you're trying to get more money, execute with applying for a better job first. And at the same time, while you're working out and going to the normal 9 to 5 that you normally do, jump online, man. Everybody has a cell phone. You can apply for a job every day, any day. So one at a time instead of 3 things at a time. So knock out the job hunt, make sure you're at work on time, money management. That's another video that I'm gonna do. That's what it'll be next. But just this video is more about accepting where you're at for the reset. The reset, it happens, it's life. Accept it, don't hide it. Like, nothing to be embarrassed about. Everybody hits a reset button. Every millionaire has lost his business, went broke, and knew and learned from it and reset it and got it back up. So it's okay to reset. It's okay to accept it. Everybody's been there. I've been there. The world's been there. So start with that. Don't pile yourself with too much to correct and get all done. One at a time. First one you want to do is consistency and start knocking it out one by one. Next one's going to be money management. I want everybody to tap in, leave me a comment, let me know where you're struggling, and that's more videos I'll be able to drop in, and I'll be able to help you guys on what is happening and compartmentalize of like what it is that you guys are actually needing, and I'll take care of that for you. To the next video,